Errol, the True Spence Jr., responds to trainer Bo Mack, Brian McIntyre, trainer of Terence Crawford, saying that Terence Crawford is chomping at the bit to get in there and whoop Errol Spence. Errol Spence responds. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, Errol Spence Jr., the true IBF undefeated welterweight champion, Errol Spence Jr. responds to Terence Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford, undefeated, former undisputed junior welterweight, turned current WBO welterweight champion, pound for pound king, Terence Bud Crawford. Errol Spence has responded to Bo Mack, Brian McIntyre, saying that Terence Crawford at times zones out, thinks about Errol Spence in between rounds, in between sparring sessions and things of that nature, and just says to him, you know something? I'm going to blank Errol Spence up. I can't wait to get him in the ring because I'm going to whoop him, right? So Errol Spence was asked, I asked trainer Bo Mack, I said, why is that? He says, because everybody feels like Errol Spence could beat Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford's competitive nature, Terence Crawford, the dog in him, says that, you know, he wants to prove everybody wrong. So Errol Spence, somebody put it up on Twitter, my interview with Bo Mack, somebody put my interview with Bo Mack up on Twitter and asked Errol Spence what he think about Bo Mack saying Terence Crawford could whoop him. And Errol Spence had this to say. He said, you know, lips could tell you anything. A pair of lips will tell you anything. With the throwing up the hands, shoulders, shrugging emojis, you know, basically saying it sounds good. You know, pretty much that's what he said in a nutshell. Somebody asked him, they said, what do you think of Crawford's trainer saying he'll beat your blank? Errol Spence responded, a pair of lips will tell you anything. Shrugging emojis, right? So, you know, this is the fight everybody wants to see. Outside of Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. The other fight already took place, that being Clarissa Shields versus Christina Hammer. That took place last Saturday, right? So with that said, the other two fights that everybody want to see is Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Bud Crawford, and Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, right? And Errol Spence got past his hurdle, which was Mikey Garcia, March 16th. This Saturday, April 20th, Terence Bud Crawford has to get past his hurdle, which is Amir King Kong, April 20th, Madison Square Garden. So with that said, you know, the world wants to see who's the best. Who's the best welterweight? Is it Terence Crawford? Is it Errol Spence? The whole world wants to see. Will this fight happen next? I doubt it. Terence Crawford and his team said that they're going to push for the fight. He said that the world going to call for this fight. I said, are you guys going to push for this fight afterwards? And he said, we don't have to because the world is going to push for it. Right? Errol Spence, I asked Errol Spence after his fight with Mikey Garcia, would he be ringside at Terence Crawford fight? Errol Spence responded, nope, and dropped the mic on me. Mic drop moment, and walked away, right? Then Errol Spence seemed like he had a change of heart. He said he was advised not to attend Terence Crawford fight, but against their will and against what people may say or tell him, advise him, he said that, you know, inside, he wants to show up at Bud's fight and he wants to confront him. This is the talk that we want. You know, we like instant gratification, so we want this fight to happen right now, point blank and period, right? Errol Spence, if this fight doesn't happen, he does have Sean Porter, who has the WBC title, so he could go that route. And he also has Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. It doesn't look like Manny Pacquiao wants to face him. Keith Thurman is the WBA champion, and it doesn't look like Keith Thurman wants to face him. It only looks like the only other guy willing to face him would be Showtime Sean Porter, who holds the WBC welterweight title, right? So with that said, you know, it looks like Errol Spence's next opponent could either be WBO champion Terence Bud Crawford or it could be Showtime Sean Porter, WBC welterweight champion, right? I'm leaning towards the latter. I think that the more likelihood of us getting, it's more likely for us to get Sean Porter versus Errol Spence next, opposed to us getting Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Now I know the world gonna call for the fight that everybody wants to see, and that's the mega fight between Crawford and Spence. But I don't believe it's gonna happen. I think you're more likely to see Errol Spence versus Showtime Sean Porter, and then you could see Terence Crawford. You know, I would like to see Terence Crawford face the likes of a Danny Garcia, right? Why not? Danny Garcia has a huge fight coming up this Saturday also with Adrian Granados in LA, right? So should Danny Garcia be successful in that fight? Why not? Why not get Terence Crawford versus Danny Garcia and then Errol Spence versus Sean Porter? Because I think Errol Spence at this point in time would be more inclined to go and face Showtime Sean Porter. Reason being, is he afraid of Terence Crawford? No. Is he avoiding Terence Crawford? No. I would say the reason being for it is simply due to the fact that him being a unified welterweight champion, holding the IBF and the WBC belts, right? Should he be victorious against Sean Porter? I'll say this again, and I always said this, it's not a foregone conclusion. But if he beats Sean Porter and he becomes the WBC and the IBF unified champion, and he's still undefeated, he has more accomplishments at the welterweight division. Now, overall, I would say that Terence Crawford has accomplished more in his career. But then it would put Errol Spence directly in the A-side driver's seat, and to make make whatever demands he so choose. That being forcing the fight to be at AT&T Stadium, maybe in Dallas, Texas. You know, it's definitely going to be on pay-per-view. But you won't be able to deny that Errol Spence at that point would be the unified, undefeated welterweight champion, holding the WBC and the IBF. So you won't be able to dispute the fact that he would be the A-side, and he would be able to call the shots. You understand? So that was the more likelihood. I could see Errol Spence going that route. And maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. But I'm almost certain that that would be the route he go. And then look to fight, because the Sean Porter fight will most likely take place sometime in July. So that would be able to clear space for him to face Terence Crawford in the wintertime or in the fall. You see what I'm saying? And it would be for 3 belts at that point in time. It would be for the WBO, the IBF, and the WBC. So it would make that fight that much more bigger. Keith Thurman has already stated he's not facing Errol Spence or Terence Crawford until 2020. And I believe that Keith Thurman will be facing Manny Pacquiao at some point in time this summer. And that's not a foregone conclusion that Keith Thurman is going to win that fight either. So let's see how this plays out. But I'm almost certain you'll see Errol Spence versus Showtime Sean Porter in July. Remember, you heard it here first. But I would like to see Terence Crawford, if that is the case, face the likes of a Danny Garcia, right? But let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. That's all I got for y'all, man. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. Errol the True Spence Jr. responds to Terence Crawford and Bomac, saying a pair of lips will tell anything. Shrugging emoji. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the